And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. So we have some breaking news to discuss in today's video with regards to Celtic midfielder Matt O'Riley, as the club have received a bid from Atletico Madrid for the player. Sky Sports News have just announced this on their Twitter and on their socials, and the report reads: breaking, Celtic have received a bid from Atletico Madrid for Matt O'Riley. Sky Sports News understands the offer is an initial loan plus obligation to buy. So this is very interesting. Of course, we knew there would be interest in Matt O'Riley this January transfer window. He's been one of our key players all season so far. So we knew there'd be a lot of interest in him. But it is worth mentioning, this is the first I've actually seen of Atletico Madrid shown any interest in Matt O'Riley. And the fact they've submitted an offer for him already is very, very interesting. It's also worth noting as well, as it is mentioned there, it is an initial loan deal that's been proposed by Atletico to Celtic with an obligation to buy. So at the end of this loan deal, if it was to go through, they would have to purchase the player. Now, for me personally, I don't want to see this happen. I think a lot of Celtic fans will be in agreement. Despite what the transfer fee is, I don't care if it's £30 million, we cannot sell Matt O'Riley this January. If this deal is to be accepted, it needs to be the summertime. It can't be in the middle of the season. We are probably in the the closest title race in many, many years, and we really do need to have our best players fit and available for us to use. And of course, losing Matt O'Riley would be a massive blow, despite whatever the transfer fee is. The fact that it's an initial loan deal as well is a little bit interesting. I can't see this club accepting this one personally, but we'll have to wait and see with regards to that. It is also worth mentioning as well, Fabrizio Romano has provided some Atletico transfer news as well earlier today with regards to another player they're looking to sign that plays in a similar position to Matt O'Riley. So this one reads: Atletico Madrid are preparing a formal document for Arthur Veerman, deal after agreement with Antwerp on €22 million fee plus add-ons. Atleti will also speak again to Arthur and his camp today in order to complete personal terms agreement to get the deal sealed. So Atletico Madrid are closing in on another central midfielder. Now, I'd kind of hedge my bets on O'Riley remaining at Celtic this January despite interest. I cannot see the club accepting a loan deal with an obligation to buy for their best player, especially in January. I just don't see this being feasible for Celtic whatsoever. But it's of course worth mentioning, as it is reported by Sky Sports, a very, very reliable source here, and Atletico Madrid's interest is very much there. It's just a matter of fact whether or not Celtic will be willing to sell him. It does also mention in other Celtic sources as well that Matt O'Riley is still very happy at Celtic. He doesn't want to leave the club in January. I think he wants to stay and obviously get another title and more trophies with the club. And I do think, as I mentioned days before, I do think he will leave the club in the summertime, but I don't see him leaving this January, which is good news. Because I, first of all, don't see Atletico Madrid getting that deal through to Celtic. I don't think they'll accept that, and I also think Matt O'Riley will be pretty happy to stay at Celtic for the rest of the season. And I think the fee in the summertime will be around £30 million. That's what the minimum has to be for me personally to accept any move for him. He's been superb all campaign, and he cannot go for anything less than that. But as always, let me know your thoughts on this break-in transfer story with regards to Matt O'Riley and his potential move to Atletico Madrid. Do you think this is possible? Do you think Celtic will accept that deal? I don't personally. A loan deal doesn't seem feasible for Celtic to accept. But also, do you think he will leave in the summertime as well, which I do believe he will. And I think around £30 million will be enough to secure his services come the summertime. But that does bring us to the end of today's video, guys. As always, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.